Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio. This is Grudscom with the BioIndustries modded Factorio. And looking at our base, what we did last time was we started the bioalgae or um, BioIndustries algae production. And of course we forgot to include the output for these bio-nurseries. That was a big mistake here. So we actually have a lot of seedlings that need to get picked up. And the plan was to make this, to fill in basically our smelting area with seedlings so that trees would grow and absorb some of this pollution when this thing is in full production mode. And I think it's currently cut off, so we're not actually producing any iron here. But that's because we didn't want to create massive pollution. And same thing over here with the copper. So now that I have these seedlings, I can go ahead and just kind of fill in all these empty spaces. And most of the trees will grow because the ground is pretty fertile. So I'll do that. And I think what we need to do is finish up. First of all, we need a radar down here because we can't see anything. But what we need to do is start our blue science, because in our tech tree, if we look, we have some biter nests that are getting really close, and I think what we need to do to deal with those is we need some tanks. And the only thing we're missing, so we could do military science because we have that unlocked. Oh, not yet, because we need also blue science. So I think we're producing black science or gray science, military science. We're not doing blue science yet. I'm not I'll double check that, but yeah, so once we do military science, we can unlock the tanks and start making those. They do take some resources, of course. They need 32 engines, but we can make all that stuff. Basically, the tank is has a lot of defense, so it can take a lot of damage, and also it can like drive through a biter spawner, so that's pretty strong. So we'll do that. We'll basically, I think for this episode, what we'll try to do is finish our smelting area, get that going, and then basically research our way to tanks, and then we'll just see where we go from there. So I'll see you guys back when I finish filling everything in here. Alright, so I went ahead and I filled in all of the, well, most of the empty spaces. I might have missed a few, and you can see that the trees have already grown. This is the iron smelting area. And let's take a look. So I'm in the map view right now, so I'm using the radars to peer into this area and just kind of get a nice overview. If I zoom out a little bit, let's just look at the pollution. I guess the pollution's on, but since they're not producing anything right now, there is no red here. There is no pollution being produced. And then the same thing goes with the copper. These lines were cut just to prevent polluting a lot right away, because once these things get fired up, they're going to just spit out a ton of pollution, and we have biter nests that are pretty close by. So this doesn't look bad right now, but once this is actually not mining, but once it starts mining, this is going to get all of this area, possibly even some of these biter nests down here, which is a problem. It could actually grow. These biter spawners are pretty close to where we're starting the blue science here. And this area up here looks pretty safe. The starter area is pretty clear, but then we have quite a few biter spawners encroaching on where we're going to be producing in the future. So I went ahead and I did get started filling in this blue science. There's still quite a bit of stuff to add in here. Reason being, there are a lot of engines that have to be produced, and they're very slow. And this is set up to make 2 science per second, so it's going to take a while. Let's see. So let's just go ahead and finish this. And one of the problems too is that we have to run all of our lines from the bus down into this area also. So we need to feed like red circuits into here, green circuits, there's iron plates, more iron plates, more iron plates, and steel plates down here. So all of those lines need to be dragged down from, and the red circuits are all the way up here, so there's quite a few lines that need to come down to feed this blue science. And then of course, if we have all of our science being produced here, I was thinking about building our labs in this area instead. just so that we can actually use those up in a close area. So let me go ahead and finish this filling in this blueprint by dropping down all these inserters, and we'll get back to you. Alright, so I went ahead and filled everything in, and we are starting to make all the products that go into Blue Science. So we got the engines, we got the mining drills, and then the red circuits are already filling in. So let's see, what are they waiting on? It looks like they're waiting on the mining drills. And this is actually supposed to be a red belt, so I'm not sure if they're all getting the materials that they need to. It looks like it's kind of working here. I don't see a lot of the Blue Science working. That could be just because, yeah, these have not gotten any of the mining drills yet. So these take 12 seconds to make a Blue Science pack. So these will be busy for a while working with that current mining drill, and see as they come down, they're just going to make it further and further down this line until they saturate this belt completely. And that means we need to start thinking about how we're going to move those labs. But let's see, do I have anything to make? I do have military science. This would actually be a nice one to get, just because this can target spawners. So that's one way to clear out these spawners that are around the base, is to drop one of those artillery turrets. Ooh, look at this, the pollution. So these machines actually do produce pollution as well, and it looks like it's just starting to reach this spawner base, and that's a problem because those guys could attack us. Actually, one thing to note too is that our supplies right now are being basically fueled by this buffer chest, because when I tested all this stuff out, I did fill up quite a bit of chest space here. So I mean, 12,000 iron plates, and almost each one of these are full. It looks like even the steel plates are pretty full here. So that's pretty cool, just to know that we're not going to produce any pollution. Oh, this one actually had some iron. Oh, this one's actually connected. Okay, so this one will produce a little pollution, and let's see how far that's reaching. It looks like we're safe kind of for now, but boy, are they getting close. I think before I leave here, because I think what I want to do is start moving those labs down so that we can start doing this blue science and military science. Before I leave though, I want to put down, oh sweet, I have lots of ammunition. Let's put down some of these dart turrets that I love to build and use, just to protect us, because if those spawners attack us, they're probably going to come up from this area and they're going to go right for the source of pollution. So let's drop in a lot of these darts. So with the dart turrets, they shoot extremely fast, so they'll go through this ammunition pretty quick. There we go, just kind of split it up between all of them. They don't require electricity, so pretty awesome. I don't have to wire those things up. But that's just really a stopgap solution to protect us while I'm going to move all these labs. And another thing to think about too is that we might be using a lot of electricity, and certainly when we turn on those mining drills, let's see where we're at right now. So wow, we're already using like 60-70% of our available power with this setup, so we might want to think about moving that as well. But for now, let's pull apart this area over here for producing green and red science, and I'll just take a break here and take them out off camera. Alright, so I went ahead and picked up the labs from our starter base area, and I think what I'm going to do is put them right in this little area here, and it looks like we've got, so our blue and gray science are going to come down from here, and green and red will come from here. So I think what I would do is basically line them up in this area. So I need to clear out some of these trees. I'll do that really quick, just by blowing them up. Seems to go a lot faster than chopping all these down. Alright, so let's see, how should I lay these out? So if I did 5 of them, let's see. I think I might want to have some space between there too. Let's do maybe like this. I don't know how this is going to work here. Because if I did this, I would have room to put inserters. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. And remember, our labs use a lot of electricity, so we're definitely going to have to do something about that. Let's just get some inserters in here. Okay, and from here we're going to have to take 2 belts because we have 2 belts coming in. One of them is going to be gray and blue science, the other one green and red. So from the bottom, let's just take it up and around, maybe. How does that look? Okay. Oops. And then what we'll do is bring our red and green from here and down. So we'll need long-handed inserters to bring these guys in. And let's turn this belt just so it doesn't cause any problem. Well, I guess that's not important because we could have just cut it off closer. There we go. So that'll ensure that we can get all of the science packs in here, and then all we need to do is run a power pole, and we're good to go. Of course, I have some science packs that I picked up. I can get rid of those here, and some green science packs also. I do have some blue and gray that I must have handcrafted here. There we go. And let's start doing some research. Remember, we want tanks, but in order to get tanks, first we need military science 3, or military 3, so let's go ahead and research that. And I do have more of these labs, so why not just place them now? And let me know in the comments if the Factorio music is kind of annoying, if you don't like it. I'm actually curious to hear your feedback. And that goes for any video or any aspect of the video that you might want to change. If I'm skipping too much or if I'm too slow at certain things, then please let me know. I welcome criticism, positive, negative, doesn't matter. Let's do that. And I wonder if I can build any more of these, because that might be, let's build 5 more, I think, right? Oh, I don't want to handcraft green circuits though. It takes so long. Why not just grab them off the belt instead? I did say 5, right? Yes. There we go. No handcrafting of green circuits required. Alright, I'm so curious. We're going to have to look at that power output. Alright. There we go. Now, all of our labs are fully used. And what's our electricity? Ooh, look at that. And remember, the iron miners are not really running right now. So we just finished military 3. That was pretty quick, actually. Let's get our tanks, and then we'll do the prototype artillery. And then I think something we need to talk about is robots. I have not really talked about how amazing robots are, but a lot of the stuff I'm doing is taking so much time to just like place everything and like chop down wood, things like that. Robots, like basically what they do is they fill in blueprints based on what's in your inventory if you have a personal robot port, and that's another aspect. So we'll have to research that, but we have Blue Science, so we can do all of that. One thing about the personal robots, though, is that unfortunately they take power, of course, and with your armor, you can only place so many sources of power. So you usually have like a battery pack in there, and you have little portable solar panels, but man, the battery just does not last very long, unfortunately. So I'll have to make some portable solar packs, some batteries. I don't even think I'm making batteries right now, which is a problem. That takes sulfuric acid to do. So I have tanks. This is awesome. Let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and make a tank. Is it here or is it? There it is. So of course I need those engines. Let's grab 32 of those. And one more. There we go. 2 extras I don't need. So we're handcrafting a tank. That's kind of funny. One thing, do I have? Oh wow, I don't even have red ammunition. This is a problem. So before I do anything, let's get. So I have so much yellow ammo that I don't need. I am using a lot of this. Well, I guess the military science is just working away here. Let me do something like this and get a couple filter inserters. And we'll do a little experiment here. So this one, oh, I don't need a filter inserter on here actually. I don't actually need one there either because there is nothing else from here. But what I need to do, I researched this earlier, is I need to make, I don't want this to be full basically. So what I'm doing is I'm wiring this thing up, and now I've created a condition. So I've set this to enable or disable based on a certain condition. So if I set this to say like green ammo is less than, I'm going to make this pretty big, like let's say it's less than 600, basically it's going to be enabled when it's less than 600. So now this can pull magazine clips from this assembly machine. I'm actually wondering if I should do this here instead, because then I could have all these guys helping me produce the things that I need. And I'm going to do the same thing basically with this one, but change it to grenades, and I don't think I need more than like 100 here. Like I said, I think I might just put it here, and then the only problem is I could put it in a big chest, I guess, but just the aligning it isn't going to work very well. Let's move it. I think that might work better though. Ideally it'd be, I could use filter inserters to put it like here, but I can't do that. I wonder if I can just turn this a little bit. It's goofy, but it works. So how much space would I need? I need one more space, I think. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now I can put my chest here. And then I'll do filter inserters. But I also have to set conditions on those. So let's go ahead and set that up quickly. Nothing is really quick in this game at this point. So this one is only going to pick up red magazine clips, right? And I do need to make those wires again. Unfortunately, you can't pick those up in the same way that you can pick up other items, but I want to put a condition on that one and that one. This one's going to pick up the grenades, but only when grenades are less than 100. There we go. This one's only going to pick up magazine clips when there's less than 600. Of course, the reason I need these is because the tank, I mean, I could use the smaller magazine clips, I guess, the weaker ones. These ones do 5 plus 1 physical damage. These do 8 plus 1.6 physical damage. Just because I'm here thinking about it, let's increase that bullet damage because we can. And let's get rid of these yellow these firearm magazines. They're just too weak. Did I get rid of all of them? I did. And let's change our weapon. And we're definitely going to need more ammunition. And the tank can actually fire, I do have cannon shells, so it can use cannon shells, but it's really slow firing, and I don't think the damage is, wow, look at this, I have so much stuff in here still. I don't think it does enough damage at this point to make it feasible. I need to get rid of these. I don't need this. Don't really need those either. Probably don't need this stuff. Just trying to make some room in my bags. What was I doing here? Oh, and I did not start researching yet. Let's see. Didn't start researching the robots, which I should be doing that. Now there is kind of, it's a little sneaky, there is kind of a trick with those robots to kind of get around the fact that you need, I did want to take one stack, the fact that you need batteries. You can kind of pick them up manually, which is, it's kind of cheaty, I think. But in the early game, it's, oh, I need to put that here. In the early game, it's kind of a necessity because it is so beneficial to have those robots. What do I also would like? Some power armor for sure. Ooh, but this one takes blue processing, the blue circuits and electric engines, which I don't have lubricant to make electric engines yet. And I think, isn't that a requirement for robots? Actually, I think it is. So that's logistic robots. I think I've already researched robotics though. Yes, this one. The flying robot frames. So I can already make those. What do those take to make? Yeah, see, these take batteries and electric engines. That is a problem. I really need to make those first. But I don't think I have enough ammo yet. Let's see, 82. This might be enough. Let's have some fun. First of all, let's keep increasing our bullet damage and bullet shooting speed. Let's go for bullet damage first. Let's take out those biters. This should be fun. Because we're getting close, and I'm going to expand a lot of things. We are going to eventually need to expand our power production. That's going to produce more pollution. We're going to have to start turning on these mines. This is going to produce a ton of pollution here. And this copper mine will also produce a ton of pollution. And look at this, we're getting awfully close to everything. So I want to take out these spawners in this area, these spawners down here, and these guys. So let's do that first. I'm gonna need a lot more ammunition. One of the things about the tank is it will run right over the trees. So let's just take these guys out. Oh, and done. So this spawner had 3 worms and a few biters, but only the one spawner, and I mean, we just annihilated it. That's just a small one, but we took care of that pretty quickly. And you can see I took a little bit of damage, but it's almost nothing in the grand scheme of things. I don't need to repair yet. No worries. Let's take out these biters. Again, nothing to worry about. You can run right over these guys. You can run right through these. They do slow you down a little bit, but I mean, it's nothing really I'll just take care of those guys. So I think we made quick work of those biters in that area. They just were not prepared for us. We kind of advanced our tech pretty quickly with the blue and military science. Let's kill the worm first and then go after the spawners. I'm not really worried about those biters that are chasing me. How's our ammo look? 160. Okay, let's cut it off right about here. It looks like there's a decent sized base, but there'll be bigger ones up ahead. This one has a lot of trees. One thing that is a problem though are rocks. Rocks will really slow you down, and that's a problem when you're getting attacked by biters. These spawners are pretty small. There's not a whole lot of enemies here, but later in the game they do get quite large and you can get overwhelmed pretty easily. So I think I'll just go up from here. There's only one spawner. Let's take care of that. Alright. This one's pretty big, but I think we have enough ammo to take care of it. So I'm just going to kind of do a little circle. It's kind of the best way to take care of these. Because the turret kind of rotates slowly, so you have to be careful basically not to kind of move around a lot where you're shooting. Let's go to the left here, to the west, because it looks like there's a pretty big, oh yeah, it's a pretty good sized base here. There's a rock, and kill the worms first because they have a really long shooting range and they'll just keep shooting you the whole time, where I can outrun these little biters. They're not really a problem unless I get stuck. So let's just take care of those. There's a few more spawners left. And you can see the shooting speed of this cannon is just, or the turret I should say, is extremely fast. Okay, I still have 86 ammo. I have a big base up ahead. So it should be enough to take care of these, and then I might have to refill my ammunition after this. I have to watch out for that giant rock. That will definitely slow me down. Alright. Get rid of these spawners. Oops. Oh my gosh, I ran into the rock. Ran into the rock. Alright, so you can see they took a few chunks out of me there. I took some damage. Ooh, I still have quite a bit of ammo. Maybe I have more than I need, or maybe this is going to be more than enough. Because there's only a few more bases that I need to clear out. It's just a small one up here, and then a couple more small ones closer to the mines. Let's keep getting this bullet damage and bullet shooting speed, because that's just going to make us even more powerful as we go through here. So I already have a 4.8 physical bonus from those two researches that I did. That's pretty awesome. Kill the worms first. There we go. And that was easy enough. Okay, wait a minute. How did I miss these guys? Are they still there? Let's just go down and check that area real quick. Somehow I must have missed. Oh, I sure did. And there's 4 worms. That's quite a lot. Oh, it was 5 worms. Okay, wow. And yeah, let's one more spawner here. I can get one more. I was just looking at my ammunition and it's a lot lower than I thought. One thing about the tank is if I really need to, I can just run over these things. Oh, look at that. We are getting attacked. So I made them upset and they're coming after me. Look at this lonely biter. Oh, it's not a lonely biter. There's a spawner out there. Let's get down to our mines because he's just eating away. Oh yeah, look at that. They're already destroying belts. But, oh, there's a few of them. Hello. And they're dead. Okay. So the purple means that they actually did destroy whatever was down there. So then let's just get repaired here. And since I'm close to my base, let's go ahead and get some ammunition. We'll take care of those biters, and then I think we'll just have to wrap this one up because we're getting pretty long in the episode. One thing about the tank is it is very slow. Even with better fuel, it's just not made to be fast. We definitely want to make sure we don't run out of fuel also, because that's a good way to get killed in this game. Our research is just plugging away. How's our power doing? I can't click. There we go. Oh, power's looking really good. Alright. Let's grab that ammo, because I'm sure we have a lot here. Oh yeah. That's great. And let's get rid of this little ammo that we have, the old one. I should also not forget that I have those grenades. I can also use those just to kind of help out a little bit. If you remember, they have a big area of effect, but they don't do very much damage. So it's great for killing the little biters, but not so great on the spawners and the worms. Alrighty. Keep hitting these trees, but it doesn't even damage the tank. It is just so strong. Let's clear out these spawner bases here. There we go. Yee. How are we looking now? That pollution cloud reaches pretty far, and we're not even like at full scale right now. But I think at least the starter area, this area is pretty clear, and I think we're going to be okay for a little while. I might, you know what, I might just take these couple out real quick here before the episode is over. Let's get one more. You know, I'll just let them follow me because they're not hurting me and they're not fast enough to keep up. And then I'll just take these out. Oh. All right. We got more research. I don't really care about grenades. Let's do the prototype artillery for the next episode. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Like I said, we'll definitely have to increase our power. I mean, this is kind of pushing it, but what we're going to have to do, we're going to need batteries. We're going to need lubricant production. So none of that stuff is ready yet. We did squeak through and just get some plastic in this rinky-dink little way. But with this algae biomass, we have the ability to use refineries to produce lubricant. Let's see here. Oops, not that one. So algae biomass can be converted directly into lubricant. It's pretty slow, but actually the petroleum is even slower. 5 seconds to produce 20, and it's a 2-to-1 ratio, but we will do that in the next episode. We'll definitely look at producing, we can make organic batteries with the plastic bars that we, I guess that will use the petroleum that's made from the biomass, but yeah, it's a long and convoluted process, but we'll have to get that done. And then actually look at producing fertilizer and maybe even advanced fertilizer with those recipes in the BioIndustries. We can actually, so right now we're using ash, but if we use fertilizer and even advanced fertilizer, we can increase our production, let's see, from 75 wood to 160, so it's more than twice. But of course, the ingredients, 5-advanced fertilizer, it's going to take some more processes to produce that. But then if we do advanced fertilizer, we can also put down these biogardens with advanced fertilizer. They can basically, this is really loud. With the, gosh, here we are. With the biogarden, these can suck up a lot of pollution, 35 pollution units. I'm not sure how that works out, but basically when you look at the map, like it'll just eat away at this red area. So it's basically like a giant air purifier. We can put those definitely around the mining area and maybe around the power plant. These are pretty efficient, but these do produce quite a bit. So this is almost 28 pollution units here. So it'll help out. So even if you can even stack them up all around here. You can make a wall of those biogardens and just suck up all this pollution. So yeah, less dead trees. This area even we could put some here. I'm not sure how well this is going to last, but we have yet to see that. So a lot of stuff to do in the future. So I hope to see you then, and thanks for watching.